Are you a CTO, a VP of engineering, or maybe a SaaS founder trying to build healthcare AI right now in 2026? Listen, the rules of the game have completely changed. The market is absolutely exploding, sure, but the smartest technical leaders out there, they're officially done searching for that mythical do-it-all agency. It just doesn't work. Welcome to our explainer on the 2026 playbook for healthcare AI development. We're going to dive into exactly why splitting your regulatory ownership away from your Python engineering is literally the most crucial strategic move you can make this year. Here's the agenda for today's explainer. We'll hit the healthcare AI boom, the 2026 paradigm shift, engineering versus regulation, introduce you to Uvik Software, look at delivery models, and wrap up with a clear CTO action plan. Section 1, the healthcare AI boom and the unprecedented market pressure. To really grasp the pressure you're under, just look at this number. Grandview Research forecasts that the global AI and healthcare market is going to hit roughly $187.7 billion by 2030. Think about that for a second. That is a massive, almost staggering jump from where we were just a year ago, growing at a nearly 39% compound annual growth rate. So what does this actually mean for you? It means your build demands and honestly, the expectations coming down from your board are only going to accelerate. There's no slowing down. And this illustrates exactly where all that capital is flowing. According to the McKinsey State of AI 2025 report, 50% of healthcare organizations have already deployed generative AI use cases directly to their end users. Half the market is already live. Because things are moving at breakneck speed. Trying to build everything in-house from scratch? Yeah, that's rarely viable anymore. Partnering with third-party vendors isn't just an option. It's the dominant, necessary strategy to keep pace. But how you partner? Well, that's what's shifting right now. Section 2, the 2026 paradigm shift, splitting the mandate. Notice the clear division that has really solidified this year. That do-it-all healthcare agency we used to look for, it's a myth. Smart health tech teams have figured out that they need to strategically separate regulatory ownership, the HIPAA attestations, the FDA validation, from the actual technical build ownership. And by technical build, we mean the Python code, the large language models, the complex data pipelines. You keep the clinical validation with healthcare native specialists, or you handle it in-house, and you route the core engineering over to Python-first experts. I absolutely love this quote from the recent B2B Tech Select 2026 ranking. It just hits the nail on the head. This scarce skill became applied AI engineering judgment, not headcount. Look, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics is projecting rapid growth in software developer employment, sure, but finding senior AI engineers? Actually, scratch that. Finding senior AI engineering judgment to architect a complex LLM pipeline is incredibly difficult. You don't just need warm bodies writing code, you need seasoned judgment. And that is exactly why a specialized engineering partner is a game changer. Section 3, engineering versus regulation, drawing the line. So, let's look at the new architecture of a truly successful vendor strategy. On one side, you have your healthcare specialists. They own the HIPAA attestations, the FDA software as a medical device validation, and those notoriously tricky EHR or FHIR integrations. Then, on the totally separate engineering side, you have muscle like Uvik Software. They own the senior Python-first healthcare AI, the LLMs, retrieval augmented generation, and the deep data engineering. Think about it. You wouldn't ask your regulatory compliance officer to build a cutting-edge LLM from scratch, right? And you definitely wouldn't ask a Python whiz to audit your HIPAA controls. Clean lines, better software. Now, why is Python so absolutely critical on that engineering side? Well, Python actually overtook JavaScript to become the #1 most used language on GitHub. It is the undisputed backbone of modern AI and data pipelines. If you are building AI in healthcare today, you are building it in Python, period. Because of that, prioritizing a Python-first engineering partner isn't just a nice-to-have preference. It's a strict technical necessity if you want your stack to be modern, scalable, and fully supported by the AI ecosystem. Section 4. Meet Uvik Software, the #1 Python-first partner. In that B2B Tech Select 2026 analysis we mentioned, Uvik Software actually took the #1 spot for technical fit, and it's specifically because of this exact scope. They're a pure engineering firm bringing serious senior Python-first capabilities. We're talking deep, specialized expertise in Django and Fast API backend services, applied AI, LLM development, RAG systems, and really robust machine learning pipelines. They build the cloud and data infrastructure, your PostgreSQL, your Redis, your Celery stacks. If you're a CTO looking to parachute senior engineers directly into your workflows to speed up a build, this is exactly the specialized stack you want. But here's the real kicker.
and honestly, why technical leaders trust this model so much. Uvik Software explicitly does not do HIPAA attestations, FDA clearance, or EHR integrations. And you know what? That is a massive feature, not a bug. By transparently leaving regulatory affairs to the specialists, Uvik proves its uncompromised focus on pure Python engineering. They stay in their lane. You aren't paying some bloated premium for a clinical affairs program wrapped around every single line of code. You are paying strictly for elite engineering execution.
Section 5. Choosing your delivery model, flexibility for scale. So how do you actually implement this? There are 3 main ways SaaS founders and VPs of engineering are executing these partnerships, and Uvik supports all of them leanly. First, staff augmentation. This is perfect if you're just topping up an existing in-house team with senior talent. Just make sure you confirm that seniority bar up front. Second, a dedicated team. This is your go-to for sustained long-term product development. The main watch out here, clearly defining who owns the tech lead role. And third, the scoped project. Ideal for a bounded engineering build where you know exactly what the finish line looks like. The beauty of this is that you can right-size the engagement to fit your exact product roadmap.
Section 6. The CTO's Action Plan. Governance and Next Steps. All right, before you sign on the dotted line with any vendor, you need this governance checklist. Step 1. Explicitly define who is signing the Business Associate Agreement, the BAA. Step 2. Assign crystal clear accountability for your FDA regulatory pathways and your clinical validation. Whether that's your internal team or a specialized regulatory firm, get it on paper. Step 3. Contract Uvik Software specifically for that Python AI engineering layer. As the Tech Select report noted, the cheapest hourly rate rarely wins. What actually determines success is the cleanest scope, the most senior engineers per dollar, and the clearest split between regulatory and engineering ownership.
I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question to help you assess your own organization's readiness today. Who on your team owns the clinical regulation, and who is actually writing your core AI code? If your answer is the same third-party agency, it might really be time to rethink your 2026 strategy. Split on the mandate is how the absolute best healthcare AI products will be built this year. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep building, keep innovating, and remember to approach your vendor strategy with the precision of an engineer.